What's up YouTube, it's your boy BoostedMari back here with another video. Today, as requested, I'm going to be finally giving y'all the secret sauce, the secret formula, you know, do my build breakdown. Excuse me if I'm squinting because I'm not going to lie, the sun is like directly in my eye behind the camera, but it'll be alright. So, a lot of y'all in my last few videos, like I see a lot of the comments. I do read the comments. I try to respond to every one of you guys in a timely fashion. And I appreciate you guys who do comment and take the time out your day to comment and like the video. So thank y'all for showing support. So then, man, fuck, bro, what the fuck? So my bad, cut that out. As y'all see, y'all gonna see people walking around. I am currently at the shop, which I am gonna introduce you guys to everybody who's at the shop who kind of makes this work and makes this possible. But yeah, so like, you know, I mean, I hear a vacuum in the background, like somebody's doing a car right now. I'm sitting here chilling and they're working on the car, like literally right behind the camera. So, you know, he's up here chilling, man. This is like the usual. Back to what I was saying, so the video is gonna be about basically like the build, like what's done, how I make the power I make, and how much power my car actually makes. Like I said, I couldn't tell you that before because I had a couple of races I had to get out the way. But I finally got those races out the way, so now I can finally reveal my setup to you guys. Because I know a lot of you guys are either building MP4s or want to get into MP4s, and I recommend you do it right the first time so you don't have to deal with any of the problems that I go through. Because these cars get like a bad rap for themselves, saying like, you know, a lot of people think they're unreliable or they're not good cars. And honestly, I said the same thing until I got one. In reality, if you take care of them, they take care of you. Because a lot of my friends who do have these cars, they do not daily their cars. They are like weekend cars or like strictly for racing. I'm like the only person that actually drives this car every day, and I've been driving this car every day for about a year at this power level, and I've had no major issues outside of like little hiccups. But that doesn't mean the car runs perfect all the time, like 100%. But you learn that as in like when you're modifying cars and getting into building cars, like that's just what comes with it. That's just the game we play, you know. And that's like I said, that's just what comes with it. Like I said, the sun's like dreading me. I can't do it no more. I'm squinting. My hands start hurting. So everything about my build is either in these notes or in this notebook here. So I have the page already marked off already. So you see, it's like a whole cheat sheet. I'm gonna make sure I don't leave anything out. So I'm gonna give y'all the basics to. Alright, y'all. Sorry, the camera died. So as I was saying in the last clip, I'm gonna be giving y'all the basics to how I make. Like, I'm gonna start off with the mods that's on the car, and then I'm also gonna give you guys some of the maintenance you should do before making these modifications. So, like I said, I recommend everybody does maintenance over mods. Do not get this car and just slap bolt-ons on it and then think you're gonna go out here and be like the fastest and your car will work properly. That's where a lot of people make the mistake on these cars. They get these cars and they don't service them and they don't take care of them, and then they have problems, and then it gets revved that the car is unreliable. So any body who wants to get into MP4s, I recommend you get the car and you do whatever maintenance it says you need to do, which would be, common maintenance would be valve cover, oil filter, housing gasket, upgrading the spark plugs, coil packs, you know, simple stuff like that, or the oil pan. Simple stuff like that can be the difference between your car running like healthy and like good, and you having like a car that's like constantly misfiring, like having like every light on the dashboard, as y'all see on the memes, like, you know, the little BMW time. Everybody has like a dashboard full of lights, so you know nobody wants that. So my build's pretty simple. I know a lot of people think it's like, you know, some crazy like formula or whatever. It's fairly simple to me. I'm upgraded twins, specifically Dynamic AutoWorks Flow Max Pluses. These, they don't make them anymore, I believe. I think he switched to making the new B58 turbos for the B58 motor. Which in my opinion is basically like the newer generation of these cars. They make power so easily. But yes, those are the turbos I have. I do have Flow Max Pluses, Dynamic AutoWorks Flow Max Plus turbos with upgraded internals. I did option them out with 11 rate wheel and the race bearings. Was basically it basically made them it came with beefier internals, would make them a little stronger, which means I could run a little bit higher PSI without having to worry about blowing a turbo, or you know, common little mishaps that happen like with turbos, like especially like eBay turbos. So there's that. Those are the turbos I have. This car does have port injection. I did not tell you guys I added port injection on that dyno video. I did have port injection. If you watched that video, you had not, go watch that video. My car had port injection and I did make 550, but I was on a base map, meaning that was the slowest my car could be on this setup, turned down. After that, of course, I turned it up, but I couldn't show any numbers because, like I said, I had races planned, so you know, I had to keep that kind of a secret. So I made 550 and 570, 580 torque, I believe, before adjusting the tune. So it made around 600, maybe like a little between 6 and like 630-ish to the wheel once we finished. He did have to turn the torque down a little bit, just like to try to conserve the trans, because that is a weak point on these cars. These cars do not like a lot of torque. It can handle the horsepower, but once you get over like 6 and 650 torque, you know, your trans is probably most likely start slipping. If you have not serviced it, that is another thing you can do to maintenance these cars, is servicing the trans. But yes, this car does have port injection with 750cc injectors, and I do run with the stage 3 fuel, low pressure fueling, which is I run dual 450, dual Walbro 450 pumps to help support the port injection and feeding those extra injectors. The pump doesn't kick on to around 14 psi, I think, and that's when the port starts spraying. So regular driving, just cruise, so you're just not constantly dumping extra fuel. That second pump does not kick on. It just operates off the primary pump like a regular car. This also has relocated inlets and upgraded outlets. A lot of you seen, if you have seen my engine bay, my intakes are on the passenger side of the car, which are where the turbos like live at pretty much. So I get faster spool times and faster throttle responses, you know. And a lot of people, I'm not gonna say a lot of people don't do it, but a lot of people overlook it because they don't think it's gonna make a major difference. And I will say, for me, going from the traditional dual cone intakes to relocated inlets, it is a difference. And if you're like me, you do some form of competitive racing, that little bit of difference can be the difference for you when you're losing a race. If you're not that type of person that doesn't is not competitive or like competitive racing, you just want to build like a fast car you will enjoy, I'm not gonna say it's like a major need to do, but it does help. But yeah, it does help with the throttle response, and basically it helps the turbo spool faster. That's what I can say. It does help the turbo spool up faster, which gets you in your power band sooner, which means, you know, quicker you spool up, faster your car, because turbo cars do generate turbo lag. This car does also recently, I did just change my intercooler to a 7.5-inch BRSF race intercooler. I had a 7-inch at first, and once I added the port, I started having problems because my IATs were getting too high. So usually, which I did not know, the higher boost you run, the more air the car demands, which relates to the more fuel the car demands. You know, it's like a big pattern. And I was heat soaking the car, basically, not because the car was getting hot, because the car was sucking in so much hot air because of the turbo. The turbos were demanding so much air because I was targeting a higher boost target. Right now I'm running, I want to say, around 27, 28 pounds of boost. It spikes at 28, but it's between 26, 27 pounds of boost, like steadily. That's where we have it at. The car makes around, I think I already said that car makes around 600. So, and I also just have, you know, regular downpipes. And right now the car does not have an exhaust on it. I run open dumps. So it's basically downpipes to a turn down, and that's it. That's just the exhaust. I like how it sounds. I'm not gonna lie, it is very drony in the car. If you have any loose change, if you do want to copy this setup, whatever is loose in the car, you're gonna hear it rattle. I normally listen to music, so I really don't hear it, and it kind of like, I'm used to it now, but it sounds good, so it's kind of worth it. I do plan on getting a custom exhaust made, so stay tuned for that video. enjoyed it. It's a quick little simple video. Try to be as straightforward as possible. Feel free to ask me any questions. Now that you guys know my build, there I know my secrets, so you know my open book will help you as much as I can. Feel free to DM me at BoostedMari. I'm put it at the bottom of the screen here, somewhere here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you get notified every time I upload. Also, if you don't follow me already, follow me on Instagram. We're on the world 2K, so you know that's the next goal. Trying to hit 500 subscribers and get to 2K followers on Instagram. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back with you guys in another